Hello everybody, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. So today it's time for another weekly update. So it is currently Sunday in the evening again, and hopefully the light is okay. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend, whatever you were doing. I hope it was good weather. It's been, here in New Jersey, it's been a little bit better lately, so I hope it's the same for you, or at least getting better. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you about the books that I've been reading and what I've been, and what I finished recently. So last week, or a little bit more than a week ago when I last filmed, I had told you that I was in the middle of two buddy reads. First was Babylon Berlin, and the second was Dune by Frank Herbert. And I had only a couple of days left of those buddy reads, so I spoke about them a lot last week, so I won't go into it a lot this week, but I will just tell you that I really enjoyed both of them. Dune a lot more than Babylon Berlin. Dune really picked up. Dune is a book that really starts out really slow. Like the first 100 pages, I would say, are kind of slow, maybe even a little bit more than that. It's not that it's not interesting, it's just, the plot is slow moving. It's kind of like, building the world and kind of giving you a sense of what this world is like on this other planet. But after that, it really becomes a page turner, at least in my point of view. It became a page turner, and it was really much faster pace and really enjoyable. I wound up really loving that book by the end, and I really liked how it ended. So I really enjoyed that book, and Babylon Berlin was good as well. I really much preferred the historical aspect of Babylon Berlin rather than the police procedural aspect of it. But yeah, the main character was very interesting, and I wound up giving Babylon Berlin 3 stars, and I wound up giving Dune 4 stars. It probably was closer to like 4.5 or somewhere in the middle of 4 and 5, but I really enjoyed it. And I still have yet to watch the movie of Dune. I know there's a movie out there. I really have to look for it because I want to see how they portrayed it on film. So after finishing those two buddy reads, I finished it on like Monday or Tuesday of this past week. I wound up picking up, just kind of on a whim, the Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. This is a YA fantasy stemmed in fairy tales. It's kind of like fairy tales gone wrong, or fairy tales turning into a nightmare. It's about a young girl and her mother. They're constantly moving around. The mother had her daughter when she was 19, and she wound up running away from home. Her grandmother owns this big estate, and it's called the Hazel Wood. And as they're kind of going through life, one day Hazel comes home and her mother has been taken. And they've been taken by these characters from these fairy tales in this, fairy tale world called the Hinterland. This was, kind of what you expect. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of a book that you really don't have to think about. It was slightly creepy, but I wouldn't say scary at all. I really enjoyed it. I read it in one sitting. It's a very short book. It's only a little over 300 pages, and the writing is pretty big, and each chapter, skips a blank page. So it's it goes really quickly, and I really enjoyed it. So I just I'm glad I picked it up on a whim. It was just what I needed. And it's really a great YA kind of fairy tale story. So the next book that I plan on reading this week, and I've actually already started it, I'm about 30 pages in, is Mistress of Rome by Kate Quinn. Margaret George actually blurbed this, and she said, "Stunning, a novel that is both literary and a page turner." So this takes place in early Rome, the 1st century, a time of gladiators and emperors. And so I'll just read you a little bit from the back. It says, "1st century Rome, a world of depravity, blood, and secrets. The ruthless and enigmatic emperor watches over all, fearing assassination from every direction, but not from the woman who fascinates him most. So this is about the emperor and his mistress, and it's very much a world of gladiators. That's how the book opens, with the 30 pages that I've read so far. So it's very interesting. I love the style already, even though I'm just at the very beginning, and I cannot wait to get into this book more. And yeah, Mistress of Rome will be my next read. The only other book that I'll be reading this week is I'll just be continuing on with the Egyptian, which is an audiobook, and I'll put the picture. And this is going to take me weeks to get through. It's like 40 hours. So yeah, I'll just give you an update. I'm really only about 10%, maybe 15% in, so I'm not very far at all, but I'll be continuing on with that as well. So that is all I have for you. I hope you are all having, or I hope you all have a good week ahead. The work week is upon us again, so boo. But I hope you all have a good week, and I will see you all very, very soon.